Sai Ram students, today we are going to do revision on poem number 6. Poem name is Mist by P.G. Wodehouse. Along with this, we are also going to do revision on verbs, and we are going to solve the textual activities which is there in your New Voices textbook, page number 57 till page number 60. Alright, so let's start with the poem. Poem number 6, and the poem name is Mist, written by P.G. Wodehouse. It was a sunny day in the harvest season. The stadium was located near an area of cultivation, and the breeze carried the smell of hay. The birds sang. The poet wore spotless white flannels as he was a cricketer. It would have been a perfect day, but something went wrong. Now here the poet says, it was a sunny day. The breeze filled the gallery with the smell of hay. Now the poet had mentioned this as harvest season, as the stadium was located near the area of cultivation. So the poet could smell of hay. The poet was a cricketer and he wore a spotless white cricketer's dress. He was not really worried about the match being played. Rather, he was looking at the ladies who sat in the gallery watching the match progressing, and he was looking at the environment that the birds were singing. It would have been a perfect day, but something went wrong. And what was that? The player missed an easy catch. Now, let's read ahead. But somehow the poet missed the catch and disappointed his team and supporters. The magic of summer seems to have distracted the poet from the game. The humming of a bee, the thought of Clara, the magic of summer made him miss an easy catch. Now here the poet thinks, whom to blame? Was it the magic of summer that distracted the player's attention? Or was it the bee's humming sound? Or was it the thought of Clara that distracted the player, due to which he missed an easy catch? As according to him, Clara was the most beautiful girl in this world. Poet shows his depth of sadness. He feels that he had done a terrible job by missing an easy catch. The poet's heart was deeply filled with anger and sorrow. When poet was scolded by his teammate, he was really disappointed, and he decided not to play the game of cricket anymore, and he finally decides to play golf. Now students, let us start with this reference to the context. Now, this reference to the context was given as homework. Alright, so all of you take out your notebook and start writing this. The batsman, with grief from the cricket, himself had begun to detach, and I uttered a groan and turned sick. It was over. Now here the first question is, why was the batsman in grief? Now write the answer, student. The batsman was in grief because he thought that it was a catch. Now write the next question. Who does I refer to? I refers to the poet P.G. Wodehouse. Then the next question is, why did the person groan? Now the answer is, The person groaned because he knew he had missed the catch. Now, students, question number D. What does "it was over" mean here? Write the answer. The batsman's frustration and the bowler's exhilaration found opposing culmination. Bowler's exhilaration gave way to disappointment and the batsman's bitterness changed to excitement. The match had come to an end as the bowler had missed a catch. Now, this is from question number C. Answer these questions, and the question number is 8. Now, this was also given as homework. So, all of you start writing the answer. What reason does the poet give for having bungled the catch? Now, the answer is the poet missed the catch because his attention was diverted. It was summertime and he was already smitten by the weather that day. Besides, a bee was humming around the pitch, its favorite song, and he was reminded of Clara, who was the most beautiful girl according to him. Now, students, with this, we have completed the poem Missed Revision. Now, for detailed explanation, I would request all of you to watch the previous video where we have explained this poem in detail. And be thorough with the textbook as well as with the notes given. Alright? Now, students, let us revise verbs. And along with this, we are also going to solve textual exercise from your New Voices textbook, page number 57 till page number 60. So, let us start with subject-verb agreement. If a sentence has to make sense, the subject and the verb in the sentence should agree in number. This means that if the subject is singular, the verb that goes with it should also be singular. This is known as subject-verb agreement. Let's understand this with example. When subject is singular, for example, the bird dances merrily. Now here the subject is the bird, which is singular, and if the subject is singular, then in the verb we are going to write S or ES, that is dances. Here in this case it is dances. So the sentence is the bird dances merrily. Then see the next example. When subject is plural, here the birds dance merrily. Now the subject is plural, the birds. So the verb here is dance. When the subject is plural, we are not going to add S or ES. Alright. Now let's move ahead. Next is finite verbs. A finite verb is a verb that changes its form according to number, person and tense. Most finite verbs form their past tense form by adding D or ED or T at the end. In simple present tense, finite verbs have S at the end when the subject is singular. Now, let's understand non-finite verbs. Verbs that are not limited by tense, person or number are called non-finite verbs. As they are not governed by a subject, they do not change their form with person, number or tense. Non-finite verbs often comes after the finite verbs in a sentence. Sometimes they come at the beginning of the sentence also. Alright? Now, let's understand infinitives. Now students, we have already learned earlier. We have three types of non-finite verbs. One is infinitives, gerund and participle. Alright, now let us see infinitives. Infinitive verbs are preceded by to. These verbs are not bound by person, number or gender. That is, their limit is infinite. Now, let's understand participle. Now here the example is given. Barking dog seldom bites. Now the word underlined, that is barking, is participle, but they behave as adjectives and are followed by nouns. Now students, if you all remember, for adjectives we ask question which. So ask question which dog, and we get the answer barking. So barking is participle here, right? And it behaves as adjectives and it is followed by noun, that is dog. Got it? Now for participle we have two types of participle. One is present participle and past participle. The present participle is formed by adding ing to the base form of the verbs like steal, stealing. Then the past participle. The third form of participle is called past participle. For example, go, went, gone. So here gone is the third form of verb, that is past participle. Now let's revise the next type of non-finite verbs, that is gerund. Now here the example given is walking is good for health. Now here walking behaves like noun. As you all know, for noun we ask question what. So ask question what is good for health, and we get the answer walking. So a gerund is a noun formed from a verb by adding ing, and it is a verbal noun. Now students, open your New Voices textbook, page number 56. Write the correct verbs in the brackets to fill in these blanks. Now you can write the answers in your textbook itself. Now the first one, the boy dash up the flowers. Now here the option given is pick, picks. So since the boy, that is the subject, is singular, so the answer will be picks. The boy picks up the flower. Then the next one, the clothes in the basket dash mine. Now the option is or are. Now look at the subject. The subject is the clothes. Now the clothes is plural, right? So the answer is the clothes in the basket are mine. Then the next is the cat dash purring. Now the option is or are. So the correct answer is the cat is purring. Then I dash walking to school. Now we know that with I it is very evident that am will only come, right? We have already done this. So I am walking to school. Then Gauri, Isha and Kaveri dash in the park. Now the option is play or plays. So the correct answer is Gauri, Isha and Kaveri play in the park. The next one is Sophie and Tony dash to the market. Now the option given is walk or walks. So the correct answer is Sophie and Tony walk to the market. Then the next is the mango dash delicious. Then the option is taste or tastes. The answer is the mango tastes delicious. Then the next is the bangles dash pretty. Now here the option is look or looks. So the correct answer is the bangles look pretty. Now since it is a plural sentence, that is bangles is plural, so it will be the bangles look pretty. Then the next is The fan dash fast. Now the option is move or moves. So the correct answer is the fan moves fast. Then the boy dash happy to be back home. Now here the option is feels. So the correct answer is the boy feels happy to be back home. Now let's solve the next activity. Rewrite these sentences so that the subjects and verbs agree in number. Now this exercise is in page number 57. The first one, Neenu play in the garden with her dog. Now here the answer will be Neenu plays, since it is singular, subject is singular, right? Neenu plays in the garden with her dog. Then the next one is, my sister have a new job. Now the answer is my sister. Now since it is singular and present tense, we have already done this earlier in previous video, that with in present tense with singular we are going to write has, right? So my sister has a new job. Then the next one, Peter's father have found a big bat. Now here the answer is Peter's father has found a big bat. Then the next one, my aunt gives me many gifts. Now the correct answer is my aunts give me many gifts. Now the next one, the sun rise in the morning. So the correct answer is the sun rises in the morning. Then the next is, our phones is connected to each other. So the correct answer is our phones are connected to each other. Then the next is, the clown make me laugh. Now clown is singular, so the clown makes me laugh. Then the picture cover the wall. So the correct answer is the picture covers the wall. My glasses fills up quickly. Now the correct answer is my glasses fill up quickly. Then the next is, the computers don't breaks down often. The answer is the computers don't break down often. Now let's move on. Rewrite these sentences using infinitives. Now this activity is in page number 58. Now the first question is, I told him that I would take him shopping with me the following week. Now here we need to rewrite with infinitives, right? So here take is verb, which is a finite verb, right? Then shopping will be non-finite verbs. Now this non-finite verb we will rewrite with infinitive. So shopping will become to shop. So the answer is, I told him that I would take him to shop with me the following week. Now the next answer is, my sister asked me if I could lend her the new book I bought. Now the answer is, my sister asked me to lend her the new book I bought. Now the next is, he wants that his father should always support him. Now the answer is, he wants his father to support him. Then next is, Rohan only wishes that he will be famous when he grows up. Now the answer here is, Rohan wishes to be famous when he grows up. Now the next is, I have decided that I will work hard. So the answer is, I have decided to work hard. Then the next is, she hoped that she would pass the test this time. So the correct answer is, she hoped to pass the test this time. Now the next is, the girl knows how one should behave in a classroom. So the answer is, the girl knows how to behave in a classroom. Then the next is, all of them wished that we could go and see a movie. Now the answer is, all of them wished to go and see a movie. Now let's move on towards the next activity. Next activity is, change the infinitives in these sentences to gerund without changing the meaning of the sentences. Now this activity is in page number 59. Now the first one, my brother's favorite hobby is to paint. Now here to paint is infinitives. we need to convert it into gerund, and we know for gerund we need ing form of verb. So the answer is, my brother's favorite hobby is painting. Then the next one is, she loves to walk in her garden. Then the answer is, she loves walking in her garden. Then, I love to work in this office. So here the answer is, I love working in this office. Then the next is, my father likes to cook in his spare time. Now the answer is, my father likes cooking in his spare time. Then the next one is, we are watching them learn how to skate. So the answer is, we are watching them learn skating. To forgive and to forget should be easy. Here the answer is, forgiving and forgetting should be easy. Now the next is, I thought I would go out to shop at the mall. Now here the answer is, I thought I would go shopping at the mall. Now the next is, it is fun to slide down this little hillock. Here the answer is, it is fun sliding down this little hillock. Now the next activity is, use the correct forms of the verbs given in the brackets to fill in these blanks with participle. Now this activity is in page number 59 to 60. Now the first one is, this is an dash fill. Now the verb given here is interest. Now we need to fill in the blanks with participle. So we know for participle we required ing form. So the answer is interesting. This is an interesting fill. Now the next one, I don't like dash cars. I don't like honking cars. The verb is honk, so honk will become honking. Then the next is, the dash pipe must be replaced. Now here the verb given is leak, so leak will become leaking. So the answer is, the leaking pipe must be replaced. Then the dash train speeded over the rails. Now the verb is run, so the answer is, the running train speeded over the rails. Then the next is, his dash speed was less than idle. Then the verb is type. Now the answer is, his typing speed was less than idle. Then we watched the dash brew. Now the verb is babble. Now the answer will be, we watched the babbling brook. Then the next is, Jane loves the noise of dash rain. Here the verb is fall. So the answer is, Jane loves the noise of falling rain. Now the next is, he had a drink of the dash water. Now here the verb is sparkle. So the answer is, he had a drink of the sparkling water. Now students, with this we have completed verbs and the textual activity also. Okay, so all of you must watch the previous video where detailed explanation is given. Alright, Sai Ram.